shape them into the person they are today. Lauren Alford, escorted by her father, Jeremy Alford. Sarah Alford, escorted by her mother, Becky Alford. Helen Clements, escorted by her father, Chris Clements. Tessa Gilligan, escorted by her mother, Amy Gilligan. Julia Kelly, escorted by her mother, Alicia Kelly. Monica Kells, escorted by her mother, Deirdre Kells. Hannah Larkin, escorted by her mother, Jody Larkin. Harry Lenachuk, escorted by his father, John Lenachuk. Megan Silks, escorted by her mother, Kimberly Silks. Sylvia Smith, escorted by her mother, Marcia Smith. Lula Solomon Rohr, escorted by her mother, Becca Solomon. Henry Sullivan Dale, escorted by his mother, Meredith Sullivan. Lily Wagasback, escorted by her mother, Meredith Sabin.
As advisors of Maynard's chapter of National Honor Society, we will now light the middle candle, which symbolizes the eternal light of knowledge. Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Emma Dunman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, parents, family, friends, faculty, and administrators. My name is Juliana Tenaglia, and I am president of the National Honor Society. I am pleased to welcome you to the 2022 Maynard High School National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. I would like to congratulate all the present members academic and service standards necessary to stay in the selected group, and I would like to congratulate the inductees for achieving this great honor. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Brian Haas.
Good evening. It's great to be here with everybody. I wasn't actually prepared to be first, but I'm happy to be first. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to all of you. So I have this great opportunity. So as superintendent of schools, I advocate for the students so that they have the classes they need, they have the resources they need, and same with the teachers. Advocate for the teachers. And I have the opportunity to work with the school committee, the select board. So right now, what are we working on? Well, you probably know we're working on bleachers, because if you've been on the bleachers, that's a problem. And we're working on a new elementary school, to get a new elementary school. And nicely, Ms. LeBlanc says, can you come to the National Honor Society and help celebrate this great event? You have a few minutes to talk to the audience and the students. And I thought, I've worked with a lot of really smart adults in the short time I've been here. It's been a few years. And I've met the school committee who I work with and the select board. And one of the select board members stands out to me because I've met with him several times over the last couple of years, had coffee, talked about Maynard, and what strikes me about him matches up with the research that I read about education. So what's going to make you guys successful is being creative, is being a problem solver. You've already shown you're pretty smart. You're in these seats. You get good grades. Every school's got National Honor Society. There are a lot of smart people out there. But what makes you successful, I think, is being able to be really creative. So, that's what I have to tell you. But I actually invited Mr. DeBarcarian here because he's been around Maynard for a long time. He's had kids who have gone through the system. And as I met him and got to know him, he views Maynard as a cultural arts center. So a lot of our discussion is, how do we share the greatness that's happening in Maynard with a wider audience? And a lot of that has to do with music and theater. It's outside the regular academics, which for me is exciting. It's a little bit more creative than just typical. So with no further ado, Mr. DeBarcarian.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to speak, and it's an honor for me to be here. First and foremost, I had two daughters. They're grown up now, but they both went through the school system here, and they got some great education with some fantastic teachers, and they both were inducted in the National Honor Society, so I congratulate you all for getting inducted. And you should be very proud, because I think this school system is probably one of the best in the region, and they have some quality teachers, and we are doing a fantastic job of educating our young. And to Brian's point, it's important that we also understand, as a town, we have become a creative economy, and we want to be, a destination where not only for schools, for people living here, for people doing business here, and we want to make sure that we keep growing that creative economy. And I think that the talented students such as yourself are going to be contributing to that. So I wish you all the best. I wish you great success in your next phase of life. I'm sure you're going to be doing some wonderful things, and the future is very bright for you. So congratulations once again, and again, thank you for inviting me, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Haas. Please welcome Miss Elizabeth York to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, inductees. Congratulations, current members. Congratulations, parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, friends, etc. I know as a teacher, as a principal, and as a mom, the sacrifices that it takes to bring up a child who's committed to service, to character, to leadership, and to scholarship. You have children who cut short family weekends away because they were worried about homework. You had children who said no to the movie on Sunday afternoons because they had to do their homework. You made sacrifices as a family to bring up great young people who have the tools they need to take on the world. Congratulations to you, great job. Pat yourself on the back a little bit. I love the tradition of the students being escorted by someone who's been a wonderful influence, because it is your influence on them which will carry us forward into the 21st century. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Ms. York. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for tonight, Mr. Kyle McCarthy. Kyle McCarthy was born and raised in Maynard, graduating from Maynard High in 2009. During high school, Kyle was a National Honor Society member, class president, was highly involved with WAVM, played soccer, and ran track. After graduating from Maynard, Kyle attended Assumption College in Worcester, graduating in 2013 with a major in history and political science. Kyle currently works as a sales engineer for a human resource software company based in Boston. Please welcome Mr. Kyle McCarthy.
Thank you for that introduction. And first, congratulations to all of you for your induction into the Maynard National Honor Society. It is no easy feat, as I well remember, even if it was a long time ago now. I feel very honored and humbled to have been asked to speak to you all tonight. I know everyone says this, but I really cannot believe I graduated 13 years ago. I'm still fortunate to have quite a few good friends from Maynard, and I was just remarking to one of them that it only felt like a few years ago I graduated from high school. And what's funny is when Ms. LeBlanc first asked me to speak, I was trying to think about what it was going to say. And I was picturing giving this speech at the old high school, where I was actually inducted into the National Honor Society long ago. I had to remind myself that building hasn't existed for quite some time now. After coming to terms with that fact, I started to think about what I wanted to say to you all, and decided I would try to touch on two topics. The first is that with some hindsight, I've really started to appreciate how special of a place Maynard is. I imagine many of you have spent most of your life in Maynard, coming up through the school system just like I did. And there isn't much to compare that experience to, because it's all we had ever known. One of the cooler things I've learned since leaving is that I had a lot of opportunities at Maynard that other people attending larger schools didn't have. I used to think that our town being so small and attending such a small school meant I was missing out on opportunities that other kids who went to larger schools must have had. However, in my experience, that really seems to be the opposite. Because it's so small, I really got to do anything and everything I wanted. Most of the people I talked to who didn't go to a tiny school at Maynard only got to do one or two things, compared to maybe the 7 or 8 activities I was able to be actively involved with during my time here. One of my favorite things about my time in high school was playing on the soccer team. But I'll be honest, I wasn't that good at soccer. There is no way I would have made the soccer team at a large high school. Having the opportunity to play soccer here provided me with an invaluable experience about what it meant to be on a team, to work together to achieve something. And even more importantly, it was just a ton of fun. I also had the honor of serving as the class president my senior year, which was an awesome experience. And as we know, it would have been way more challenging to become president of a school with thousands of students. I still frequently use the leadership skills that I learned in student government and while serving as class president at NHS in both my job and life in general. Based on you all being here tonight and being inducted into the National Honor Society, I'm sure you're all highly involved in the many activities Maynard has to offer. But if you aren't or you have the time, I would always encourage you to do more. I can tell you those unique opportunities you get from attending MHS are going to put you way ahead of everyone else. It's certainly going to help in filling out college applications, and you'll even be able to put a lot of it on resumes when applying for jobs. But most importantly, be confident in the education and experience you're getting, because it will help you tremendously after you graduate. The other thing that I think makes Maynard such a special place is the dedicated teachers who work here. During my time at MHS, I got to learn from some truly amazing people. And I know that must be still true for you all today, because so many teachers that I had are still teaching here. What makes the teachers here so amazing is that they truly care. They really want you to succeed, and are always doing whatever they can to help. That is not something you find at every school. Many people I know now who didn't go to Maynard didn't have that same experience. They weren't lucky enough to get to know their teachers as well as we do. They didn't take multiple classes with the same teacher or work with that teacher outside the classroom because they're advising one of the many activities you're participating in. I really believe we are pretty lucky to get to know our teachers as well as we do over the 4 years in high school, because we can't help but bump into them all the time at being such a small school. I'm sure you all know this, but it really bears repeating: don't take them for granted. Make sure to soak up all the knowledge and wisdom they have to offer, because if you do, I promise you will feel immensely more prepared for life after MHS, just like I have. All right, enough about how special Maynard is, even though I really could go on about our town for a long time. The second topic I thought I would talk about today is that it's okay if you don't have it all figured out as you're graduating high school. I'm still not totally sure what I want to be when I grow up, and unfortunately, I'm getting pretty grown up at this point. Quick show of hands. When I was introduced and I read my bio, who here had heard of the job title sales engineer before? Anyone? No? Totally acceptable. Neither did I until a few years ago. I had no clue what I wanted to do when I graduated high school. I had some idea when I graduated college. I thought about going to law school and becoming a lawyer, but even that changed after working as a paralegal for a few years. I'm still trying to figure out what my exact career path would be, even now as I'm about to turn 32. Despite all that, I feel pretty accomplished with my career so far. I really like the work I'm doing now and tend to think I'm pretty good at it most days. My point in saying all of this, if you're like me and you're not totally sure what your life or career is going to be, that's fine. You have plenty of time to figure it out. Even if it takes a while to figure out what you want to do, you can still be successful along the way if you work hard at what you're doing. I've learned that the world is a massive place with basically infinite jobs and possibilities. As long as you take pride in your work, you're going to have a great chance of being successful in whatever you end up doing. At the time, it was pretty stressful not knowing exactly what I wanted to do or what my career was going to be. But I really don't think I'm missing out or I'm behind because it took me longer than I anticipated to find that career. Now, if you're sitting here and you do know what you want to do and you have a career plan, that's amazing. You should absolutely pursue it passionately. Even if you know exactly what your career will be and it changes in 5 or 10 years, that's totally fine also. This is why it's so great to go to Maynard, because you get the opportunity to learn so many important life skills. And don't underestimate those life skills. You have the ability to learn so many of them and to improve on so many of them because you can participate in so many of the activities afforded to you at Maynard. As part of my job today, I have to work together with the sales team to best demonstrate why companies should buy the software I sell. I'm positive that the teamwork skills I learned while playing soccer at Maynard make me pretty effective at finding a way to work with my peers on a daily basis. And I know that the leadership skills I gained while serving in government play a big part in my job when I have to decide on a new sales strategy to employ at work for the rest of my team. If you remember from my introduction, I majored in history and political science in college, not sales or even business. I really do credit a lot of the opportunities I had at Maynard with preparing me to be successful in my current job today and whatever will come next. I will end with this. Maynard has so much to offer. Make sure to take advantage of all of it, because if you do, you will become a more well-rounded person and you will be able to succeed at whatever you decide to do. Thank you for your time, and congratulations to you all for being inducted into the Maynard High School National Honor Society.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. It is now time for the candle ceremony, which symbolizes the 4 qualities of National Honor Society membership. I would like to invite our tutoring coordinator, James Carvin, to light the candles. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead is a vital charge to each of our members and to the candidates. I would now like to introduce the National Honor Society Vice President, Peyton Thompson.
that person from others. It gives people individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example what we value in character. I would now like to introduce National Honor Society member Annie Meska.
Service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn, even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnished the lamp by which we view the past and light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the ability to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Now, I call on the current member sponsors to introduce each 2022 National Honor Society inductee. Inductees, please come forward when your name is called to receive your certificate.
I, Peyton Thompson, am pleased to induct Lauren Alford into the National Honor Society. I have had the pleasure of getting to know Lauren through her consistent effort and talent wielded in cross-country and the school plays and musicals that we have done together over the years. In all of this time, I have witnessed a truly humble individual, one who puts 110% into everything that she does. She always shows up on time, ready for anything. I have seen her absorb new information, scholarly and otherwise, and perform brilliantly under the understandably raised expectations as she consistently lives up to them. She shows constant loyalty, kindness, and respect to the community around her. Rarely do I find someone who exemplifies the traits of community and leadership as well as she does. I have never seen her fail to rise up to the occasion, and in her triumphs, she raises the values and attitudes of others. She will do great things in this community in what seems to be a fleeting time we have as members of the Maynard High School community. But I know that she will march diligently into her future as an extraordinary person ready for anything. Congratulations, Lauren.
I, Julia Caffarella, am pleased to induct Sarah Elford into the National Honor Society. I have known Sarah for a long time, and I know she is well fit for the National Honor Society. She is a very dedicated person, committing to the band, the play, track, and cross country. I'm also in wind ensemble and jazz band with her, and it's great to see how much time she puts into playing her instrument. Sarah also puts time and effort into her classes, of which she has taken 3 college-level classes this year. She also is a member of the chorus and has been for all the years she has been at Maynard High. I know she will put her effort into National Honor Society. Congratulations, Sarah.
I, Lev Sarin, am pleased to induct Helen Clemens into the National Honor Society. Throughout her years at Maynard High School, Helen has excelled both academically and athletically. Helen is a devoted member of a swim team as well as a part-time swim instructor. Between keeping up with academics and her commitment to the swim team, Helen also finds time to work on her art projects. Helen manages her time exceptionally well and excels at almost every activity she does. She will be a great addition to the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Helen.
I, Juliana Tenaglia, am honored to induct Tessa Gilligan into the National Honor Society. I have had the pleasure of knowing Tessa for many years, and I know she is a hardworking individual who always puts her best effort into everything she does. Whether she's on the soccer field, the basketball court, or the track, Tessa is a strong leader and treats everyone she meets with respect and kindness. She is a co-founder of the Give a Hug campaign, where she collects necessary items for families in need, which is just an example of her hard work to help others. I am confident that Tessa will achieve great things and will be an excellent addition to the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Tessa.
I'm Marissa Lawton and pleased to induct Julia Kelly into the National Honor Society. Julia is involved in lots of activities at NHS. She is part of WAVM, where she is the PR director and a host for the telethon. She is also public relations for the class of 24. She's heavily involved in the music program here. Some things she is a part of include Madrigals, a cappella, choir, Triam Honor Society, jazz band, and she plays the trumpet and French horn in band. She has also shown her dedication and leadership for MHS and will be a great addition to NHS. Congrats, Julia.
On behalf of Isabella Wellington, who could not be here tonight, I, Rose Mendez, am pleased to be inducting Monica Kells into the National Honor Society. I've been fortunate to know Monica, or this is what Bella wrote. I've been fortunate to know Monica through Student Council, where she's a representative of her class. Monica exemplifies the values of National Honor Society through her leadership skills. She's one of the managers of WAVM, where she helps organize the Beacon Santa Telethon and more. Her character is also reflected in cross country and track, where she dedicates hours after school, striving to perform to her best ability. Monica is also very talented at playing the saxophone in the MHS band. Not only this, but she shows incredible qualities in all activities and courses she is in, like generosity, courage, and pure brilliance. I know that Monica's dedication and work ethic will be a great addition to the Maynard National Honor Society. Congratulations, Monica.
I, Emma Donovan, am pleased to induct Hannah Larkin into the National Honor Society. I have had the immense privilege of getting to know Hannah over this past year, and I feel lucky to call her my close friend. Hannah is a passionate and committed individual in everything that she does, from being a camp counselor, WAVM PR General Manager, and Class of 2024 Secretary, to being a skilled member of the Triam Honor Society, Cross Country, and Prom Committee, among countless other activities in which Hannah is a key member involved. Hannah is a kind and brilliant student who will bring a wonderful dedication to NHS, and I cannot wait to have her here. Congratulations, Hannah.
I, Nick Tenaglia, am pleased to induct Harry Vanacek into the National Honor Society. Harry is a very dedicated and hardworking student who is involved in many activities around the school. He has been a member of the track team since 7th grade, is a member of DECA and the trivia team, and is the auditorium director of WAVM, as well as a member of the tech crew. I am confident that Harry will provide great service to our school through the National Honor Society, and I am excited to be inducting him today. Congratulations, Harry.
I, Annie Kneska, am pleased to induct Megan Silks into the National Honor Society. I know Megan through student council, where I've seen her spirit, participation, and hard work firsthand. Megan is the junior class president and has been involved in the student council for multiple years. She's always an active participant in the meetings and provides us with fresh, new ideas. She's always eager to offer an idea, join a subcommittee, or take the lead on a project. Her leadership also extends to sports, as she's a 3-year varsity soccer player and was a junior captain this year. She's heavily involved in her community through Green Committee, peer leaders, and her job at the Boys and Girls Club. Megan is a dedicated student and a dedicated member of the community, and she will make a great addition to NHS. I'm excited to see the great things she will accomplish. Congratulations, Megan.
I, Juliana Tenaglia, am pleased to induct Sylvia Smith into the National Honor Society. I have been lucky enough to work with Sylvia in student council and in peer leaders, and I can confidently say that she is a hardworking student who always puts 100% into everything she does. Sylvia demonstrates her dedication through her participation in Green Committee, Science Club, and DECA. She has proven to be a leader in and out of the classroom, playing soccer, basketball, and track. She spent her summer volunteering her service at the food pantry and Maynard Library, which shows that she is always willing to help others. I know that Sylvia has a bright future ahead of her, and she will make an excellent addition to the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Sylvia.
I, Rose Mendez, am pleased to induct Lulabelle Solomon Rohr into the National Honor Society. Lula has been on the cross-country team with me for the last 5 years, where I've been blessed with her presence and her infectious smile. She's dedicated and spirited, and gives it her all in her races and cheers her heart out for her teammates. She's an apt pupil, a member of jazz band, wind ensemble, and is a co-section leader for the band. She's also in several choirs and the vice president of Young Authors Club. I know she will be a valuable asset to the school as a tutor with her knowledge and caring nature. Congratulations, Lula. NHS is lucky to have you.
On behalf of Bella Wellington, I, Lev Sarian, am honored to be inducting Henry Sullivan Dale into the National Honor Society. Henry exemplifies the values of the National Honor Society through his leadership and scholastic achievements. Henry is a core member of DECA, where he is the vice president. I've seen him thrive in this club through his pure intelligence and diligence. His character is also reflected in track and soccer. Henry is a 3-season athlete and spends hours practicing. His hard work allowed him to achieve MVP for track last year. Henry is passionate about learning and community involvement, so he also participates in trivia, ski patrolling, student council, and WAVM. He has had many wonderful characteristics like versatility and ambition. I know Henry's commitment and values will be a great asset to the Maynard National Honor Society. Congratulations, Henry.
I, James Carvin, am proud to induct Lily Wagisback into the National Honor Society. Lily is the Vice President of the class of 2024. She's a librarian for chorus and is involved in a cappella and madrigals. She's involved in Project 351, a local community service organization. And just this weekend, Lily starred in the school play Meet the Roommates. But Lily has a lot more than just a great resume. She's also one of the smartest and the kindest people here at Maynard High School, and will be an excellent addition to the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Lily.
warm round of applause to congratulate the newest members of Maynard High School's National Honor Society.
I would like to invite all past and present members of the National Honor Society to rise for the reading of the pledge. Please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals, the ideals of my school, and of my life. Thank you. That concludes our ceremony. The entire National Honor Society would like to thank all of our guests for this evening. Please join us in the cafeteria for coffee and cake. Thank you and good night.